let yourself be open to other people and other ideas, and don't be put off by your preconceptions of what something's going to be. Okay, so we found the boxing gym. It was we've been given a shortcut, so we're kind of in the, I think we're at the back entrance right now. Junior class is still going on. This is my first real time, I'm going to count this as my first ever time at a proper boxing place. So what we're going to do today, we're just going to see where I'm at. Now look, I know I'm not going to be great at this. This is boxing. I've never really practiced it as a singularity, but I know I'm not going to be terrible, and I know that I'm excited to do this, but I'm also very nervous. So don't ever think that when I try these new things and come to these new places, these are people I've never met before, people I've never seen before. I get nervous, I get butterflies, and that's a good thing. Like, it shows you give a shit. We'll see what happens, we'll see what it look like, and any error points, and we'll see, you know, how they correct me, what they're going to correct me on, what he thinks, where we're at, and then go from there. So wait for this class to finish and then get involved. Right, I actually have zero reason to really be nervous, because if you look through there, you can see all the junior class going on. This is a girl in there chilling out. She's probably looking at me like, could take him.
So here we go, a raw look at this first experience in a boxing camp / training environment. And here there's a big focus, what I learned, on calves, legs and feet, because that is a huge part of boxing and something that you need to build up. Skipping is a great variation of doing this, and we did 3 minutes of skipping, then into bodyweight exercises from burpees, these jumping heel kicks, press ups, a lot of bodyweight things, just making the lungs work, making it consistent, working all different muscle groups, and then at the end of it, back to that skipping again. So this killed me before we even began the real class. Just the warm up alone was great, but you know, you get through it. Little bits of frustration along the way, as in I'm not proficient at skipping, so catching my feet and things, you can see me getting frustrated sometimes, but that is all part and parcel of learning. You're not going to be perfect, but you've got to crack on. So as you would expect, there was a number of drills, and this started again looking at that footwork, such a huge part of boxing. So this was a really great one for working, especially with those tired calves and feet. So this was a footwork drill where you just kept on your toes and you had to be reactive to your partner moving at you or away. So you either chased them down or got out of the way, and it was all about having a dominant foot position and keeping your feet in the correct place to be able to strike or get out of the way.
Calves are burning, my feet are burning, everything's burning. That's a good thing now, Jay. Good thing. Is that my bangs?
So previous footwork was on keeping that range and moving around. Then what they start doing is they started working on how to move laterally and then in and out. And again, this is focused on what you're going to be doing later in the class. So this was really good for me to see that development from teaching into practice. It's incredible how some different positions in your feet can allow you to move in such flow in different directions, and it's creating that mind to muscle and that mechanism, which obviously we're not going to have when we first start, but these drills and these that you can practice at home when you're on your own as well against the bag are perfect.
Find an old t-shirt in your bag. It doesn't really matter.
Come in a position.
It's not fantastic. Trying to look at some parries. Not mistaken with Paris, which is a drinking water.
So focus from the feet back up to the head, and this is one reacting to parrying and getting used to creating that mechanism to fire once you've been fired upon.
1, 2, yeah. 1, 2, straight.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more.
Oh, like 10 minutes in.
Shocking.
So I was just working on slipping distance, and we show when you parried or blocked, you come straight back. That's the trick, isn't it? You say, if you get hit, throw back, get hit, throw back. Train those mechanisms. I don't have those mechanisms yet. I'm like this at the moment.
One of the great things I did notice throughout this class was the patience of the instructors and other people taking the class with one another. There's that real team mentality of wanting to help each other succeed, so don't be afraid about asking questions or slowing things down.
Every what's the problem? I lost my bobble.
Lost your bobble.
Return off. I broke it.
Oh no.
Oh, game over.
Should have had leans on it.
So after numerous rounds of mitt work and things like that, it went on to circuits, which involved 2 rounds of light sparring. This is the first time I've done sparring in, well, I can't even remember the last time other than just messing around. So I was very, very lucky here that the guys were good. They were giving me some digs when I was doing things wrong and letting me know. But you can see here, people are pulling power. You can see I'm pouring a little bit, which means I'm leaving that hand hanging a little bit because I'm not used to sparring. I'm not used to pulling the power. So it's a little bit difficult for me to hold back, but still keep speed on my punches. So that's a lack of skill set on my behalf that obviously I'm hoping to develop with getting some more sparring time under my belt and also just the consistency of being in this style of training.
Reaching all my energy gone.
So whenever you're going to add sparring in, it's going to sap you because you get that kind of adrenaline dump going on here. But midway through this round, you'll see the coaches come in. He tells me about the guard, about how to sit it a little higher up, look through my gloves rather than over them, and immediately improves the way I'm able to act defensively and offensively. And this is the great thing I love about it. You're put against people you wouldn't normally be against if you're just doing it in the same environment all the time with the same people. So you're learning and improving on the spot.
Got to get that foot there. Coming away from that strong side of his and you're putting him on your strong side. You're stepping there, you're stepping into it.
Southpaws. Big tall southpaws. Bad times. What he said then was whether you're in southpaw, fight southpaw. If you get your left foot on the outside of their right foot, keep away from that strong side.
Come out of range, you step into range, you throw your shot, nice and straight, you're looking through, you're coming out of range, you do it like that. Yeah.
So part of the circuits, these were 3-minute rounds, was bag work, and obviously we're implementing what we've just learnt with footwork, bodywork, and through the sparring.
This one's about moving in and out, into the bag, bubble, get back out again, keeping it straight down the line, which I'm really bad at. It's just a habit from my past training being really open with MMA and to with wrestling, so I'm very wide. I need to narrow it, straight line.
You're never gonna make it. Are you just gonna take that? Make them take it all back. Don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back?
So yeah, even the cool down was a workout in itself, focusing a lot on abs, core strength and stabilization. So all really great stuff, and was actually led by a guy who there was boxing, also did yoga and Pilates. So fantastic tutorial as we went along. And a lot of this is focused on reducing that pelvic tilt as well, which is a great benefit, and that abdominal extension, which can cause the pelvic tilt. So a lot of great core work went on throughout this, and then a big stretching routine at the end. One thing we're all guilty of is not doing enough of this, and I urge you guys to start looking into Pilates and yoga style finishes for your workouts, or just to get them into your routine each week. Check out the previous video I did on a Pilates session. There's a full routine for you to go through there. Just check the previous videos, or just check on the channel, just search Pilates on the channel and it will pop up, because these are fantastic for your core strength, stability and connecting mind to muscle throughout the entire body. Most of us have some really weak areas we don't even know about until we start implementing something a little different like this.
That's it, yeah.
That's it, Lewis. You push there. Really good core. While spawning with a strength, some people are worried about how many goes there.
That was easy.
Looking at. There you go. First boxing class. And you can see, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit intimidating coming in. You know, you see lads who are kind of, you know, here, they're in the zone, they're ready to train, which is fair enough, so don't be put off by that. Everyone who I went up against was aware of my level and where I was at when I was here, and they were indicating when I was doing something wrong, letting me know, instructing me, helping me change what I needed to do. And overall really welcoming, especially the trainers. Trainers are really good, just working with your level, and so don't be afraid of that. All levels are always welcome at places like this. They're always looking for new people to come in, and you know, just let yourself be open to other people and other ideas, and don't be put off by your preconceived